What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Bourbon Pour. I'm Jordan.
And I'm Brian.
Today we've got a pretty cool bottle here provided us by Vic's Liquor Store, and also a sample from our friend Greg Zaber. So thank you, Vic.
Yes,
thank you,
guys.
Greg. Brian, let's talk a little bit about this bottle. What do we have on the bar top?
Well, I don't know a whole lot about this bottle, but I know it's the Masters Collection, the Woodford Reserve. It's batch proof, 121.2 proof. It is a 700 milliliter. I noticed when I was walking up, so they did make the switch over from the 750 to the 700. I didn't know that Woodford was doing that, but they've jumped on board with that.
Right.
Looks like
So you probably already know this, but 700 is that way they can sell it internationally, right? So that's the maximum milliliters that you could sell outside the U.S. So
right.
Kind of funny.
Or get a little smaller and charge the same price.
So. right. Whatever your strategy is, for sure. So from what I understand of this bottle is the master distiller goes through and picks some like choice barrels, blends it together at barrel strength, releases it as the collection. This is kind of like the only time that you can taste Woodford at that barrel strength. So
right.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, there's no age statement or anything on it.
So
I would assume probably fairly old.
Right. Right. So usually the only time that you get to taste Woodford Reserve is at like 90.4 proof.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you say? This was 121.2.
121.2. Yeah.
So let's go ahead and see what this smells like.
Get a strong marshmallow.
Yes. Yeah, that's pretty dominant actually.
Yeah.
And a little drizzle.
Graham cracker maybe. I don't.
Yeah. Little drizzle of maple syrup on there.
For the proof, I don't get much proof on it.
Yeah, I would definitely.
You can tell it's there. It'll kind of.
Like on the first sniff, but the second one, it kind of goes away, dies down a bit.
Not lighter notes. It's a lot of just different notes. That not the proof.
Not a lot of ethanol.
No, I can get just a tinge or just a small smell of something hot.
Okay.
That kind of burns.
Like
No. I think you said no ethanol, but I actually think it
okay.
does kind of feel like an alcohol. It's got a good nose. I get a little cherry. I get that marshmallow.
There's a lot going on with this nose.
Yeah, that's not what I expected, honestly.
And usually, what I like about Woodford Reserve, first off, you like Woodford Reserve, right? Yeah, me too. I think that Woodford Reserve a while back ago is kind of like the bridge between standard offerings, lower offerings, and get you up in the premium-ish category. Not saying that
moved into the upper echelon.
Yeah. It's what gets people interested in going a little step above. And what I like about that traditional Woodford profiles, I always get a little bit of chocolate, but with the standard Woodford and double oak, it's always like a sweet chocolate. This smells like a dark chocolate, like a bitterish dark chocolate. Not saying that this is bitter in a bad way, but like that. The smell of like dark chocolate.
Chocolate covered cherry with
that you put on top of a s'more and put some maple syrup on top.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got
a little barrel char.
It's got a good nose.
Yeah. All right. You know what? This smells so darn good. Let's see what it tastes like though.
Where she burns.
Yes,
it actually that sneaks up on me. It's a good burn.
It's a good burn.
It's spice.
Yeah.
It's not alcohol.
Right.
That was different. That was not what I expected at all.
It's a touch drier than I thought it was going to be.
It was my first sip of the day.
Yeah, first sip of the day for sure.
So I don't know. Might go back to that and see that maybe that just was a fluky with what I got out of it.
It was kind of a lot of proof.
That was much better.
Yes. The second sip was intensely good.
It's real savory and it's coating.
Yeah.
You said it was at first, but the second, I feel like it's coating my whole mouth.
Yeah.
I'm still getting that. It's not I don't think it's a cherry, but it's in that category with the chocolate. Maybe the chocolate.
Yeah, it's a chocolate. I think it's a lot of chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a chocolate covered caramel thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever say caramel. I'm not a caramel guy, but it's a chocolate covered caramel.
It's the same thing.
You're right. Tomato.
We're from Indiana.
Yeah, we're from Indiana. It's caramel.
But
I've never said caramel in my life. That might be the only time our screen went out, but that's all right. Man, You know, you were talking about on the nose having like a graham cracker note, and there is like that kind of neutral flavor, brown sugar, graham cracker kind of thing on that. And you talked about marshmallow. I don't get a taste of marshmallow, but I still can smell marshmallow.
I smell marshmallow. I don't taste marshmallow.
It. Yeah.
Like I said, definitely the baking spice on the palate.
Yeah.
And it coats all the way through. It's lingers on your tongue. It's
in the chest too.
Yeah,
it's a Kentucky hug. All right.
It's disguised well. The proof is it's an odd sampling.
Yeah.
Because I did not think it was going to be proofy at all.
Right.
And it punched you.
Right.
But then it also leveled out.
Yeah.
And it's just,
do you think it drinks hotter, lower, or right at?
It's confusing.
Perfect answer. That takes care of them all.
I think it smells like it's not even going to have any proof to it.
Yes.
And then it tastes, it kind of punches you.
Right.
And then it smooths out. So I would say it's probably par for the course for 120.
Right. Yeah, I think it drinks right at its proof in a good way. I think that first sip kind of I think it was just that first sip of the day kind of starting with 121 proof obviously is going to be a little bit hotter than normal, but that second sip it's gotten so much better.
You know, like a coating vanilla now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, there's so much going on. But for the price that you have to pay for one of these, there should be a lot going on.
Yeah, we were talking about that earlier. We think it's 129.
129 is what I believe it is.
Ooh, there's like a little.
I passed on one when I was in Florida, and I'm kind of regretting it now.
Well, I do know where you can get a bottle or two if you want to back up it. Now this other sip, I get a little bit of like a coffee or espresso kind of thing. It's a darker kind of thing. Tell me, take a sip. Tell me if you get any of that. It's on the palate, the coffee note, kind of towards the back. It's like a little. And sometimes for me, like
it could be the chocolate probably carrying over into something.
Yeah, and a lot of times for me, like a barrel flavor can be coffee. Which
I
also, by the way,
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Which, by the way, too, just kind of dawned on me. This isn't really all that oaky.
No.
A lot of oak. There's no oak.
No, I'm not getting any oak or not that I can take out of it.
So, what do you think of this one? Are you a buyer at that 130? I know normally that's
a tough range to buy.
Yeah, it's a tough range for us.
Yes, I think I would. I think I would definitely put that in my collection.
I think I agree. Have you ever even had this?
I have not.
Okay, I don't know how long they've been doing these, but this is my first experience with one, and that's pretty darn good. But
yeah, I remember them doing them last year and then this year, but they could have been doing it for 10, 15 years. Who knows about that?
I doubt that long.
That's kind of when I really got into the higher end bourbons. Sure.
You know what I wish they would do? Is this proof with the double oak.
Oh, man.
Put that out, Woodford. Anybody from Brown Forman, Woodford Reserve's watching.
They're like, hey, I thought we could put $200 on
that.
Yeah.
Well, and you know what? I think you and I would probably split a bottle. That's what we'd have to do. All right, well, let us know. Have you ever had Woodford Reserve Masters Collection? Is it a bottle you seek out? And do you think it's worth the money? I think it is. Mm-hmm. I really do. And we're not normally in that range. Man, it's hard for me to say that I would like this better than Double Oak because I really love Woodford Double Oak.
Right.
And when you take the price,
I think there's a lot more complex.
Yeah,
a lot of different flavors and different elements.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, let us know what your thoughts are. What's your favorite Woodford product? If you like the Masters Collection, just let us know in the comments below. But we're going to end this episode the same way that we always do, and that is when you're with your family and your friends, always share your whiskey.